Come on in, friends. How's it going?
Come on in. Happy Tuesday.
Appreciate you being here with us. We're going to play some Gerda, A Flame in Winter today. A branching narrative RPG light from Dontnod and Play.
Yes.
We want to thank them for sponsoring this stream and for hooking us up with a copy of the game to play with all of you fine folk. How are you today? How is it? That is a Discord emote.
That is a thing to see in Discord.
Not sure we need that Discord emote. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate it. And yo, I see a lot of people contributing to the Pokedex challenge. Very cool. We have crossed over, 77% now.
Nice.
Of the Pokedex challenge. I have been, with your help, collecting one of every Pokemon. And I am happy to say that 25 Pokemon from now, I will have caught them all.
Wow.
This is the big Pokedex. We're going to do a special stream once we cross over that goal. And 78%. It might even happen, team. If you crush this goal in the rest of this stream, we might even just do it next Tuesday. But the Pokedex, I'm going to randomly open it just to show you how happy I am to live this life. Is full up, team.
Almost.
And we're going to compliment all of these Pokemon. 880 of the 905 Pokemon. Exclamation point Pokemon in the chat if you want to trade Pokemon with me. If you got one of those 25, I trade very kindly for the last 3%. My team.
Susie the Nose. Thank you so much for the gift sub group hug.
Yo, Susie, can we congratulate everyone who received a gift sub group hug from Susie the Nose. And Morganite, yo, you too.
Hey, Morganite, thank you so much.
Thank you for the gifted subs, friends. Appreciate that. We are going to give you a little game recap.
Yes.
I think would be the most appropriate way to continue.
Yes. So we played the demo of Gerda, A Flame in Winter a couple months ago, and we played it twice. And what's cool about this game is that it's a branching narrative, so your choices have a big impact on the story. The game, so we're curious first to start. Have you, played some of Gerda?
Seen some Gerda played.
Okay.
That's those of you who were here with us when we played the game the first time around. We did 2 different streams of the beginning of the game. There was a demo that's still available on Steam that you can play. It's the first 2 hours of the game if you're thinking you might want to get into it, or you can put it on your wish list. It's available right now on Steam and on Switch. Number 2 in the chat, if you yourself have played Gerda, A Flame in Winter, and type 3 in the chat if you are totally new to Gerda, A Flame in Winter. This is your first time hearing of it, and you want to know more. Let me know.
Yes. Juice Thief, thank you so much for the gift sub group hug.
Hey, Juice Thief!
Thank you,
I have an effect for that. I have a dramatically appropriate effect for that.
Okay.
It might be a fish, and it might be a fish with a little music. Thank you very much, Juice Thief. I don't mean to interrupt your game recap to explain the poll.
I mean, this is a good way to start.
This is really, this gets me going. Go off, fish. Just keep, oh, I see you're really underwater. Help, I'm swimming. That's what I'm doing. I'm swimming with the fish, no problem. Easy. Okay, this is nonsense. Can somebody please give me a recap of this game?
Wait, first let's check that poll.
Oh, first let's check the poll.
All right. So it seems like the majority of people, just over half, are totally new to Gerda, A Flame in Winter, and 42.9% were with us before, but no one's played it.
All right, well, we need a recap that can get at least 57.1% of us up to speed, beautiful wife.
Okay, so game recap. This game is based on the developers' real-life experience of their grandparents, and it is set in a small Danish town in the middle of World War II when Nazi Germany had occupied this town, and we are following Gerda, who is a young woman who is also a nurse, working as a nurse, and we have to navigate the choices between 2 sides of her family because she has Danish family and her husband as well, and then she also has German family, so she has to walk this fine line, and it's all about how people who are not on the front lines of the war can make a big difference in the community.
That's right. Everyday people in this, and you know what's interesting? We got a message from someone after we played the demo scene saying, "I live there. I'm literally right there on the line between these two worlds." So we're going back in time, team, to the occupation in World War II.
Yes.
Get ready. We had two different playthroughs where we had very different preferences. We sort of made the opposite leaning choices. Amelia and I have gone back and replayed up kind of a middle road, but closer to the
original.
The second playthrough we did. We are less favorable to the occupiers. We are a little bit extra on the GTFO, you Nazi clown.
Exactly. So what we're going to be doing now is kind of diving into 2 hours into this game.
Right.
And we would love your help in making all these decisions, because our decisions are going to have a big impact on our relationships with the other people in the town, and also our relationships with the bigger picture in general.
And please know that our good friends at Dontnod and Portaplay will be checking out the goodly chat as we go along. So if there's things that stand out to you that you really particularly like, feel free to let them know. Okay, be communicative in the chat.
Yeah.
And we're always super happy to get your input, especially when we're playing new release games and indie games and stuff.
So this game just released on September 1st. It's on it's on Nintendo and on PC.
Yep.
And up until Thursday, there's a 10% discount. So if you want to get that discount, you can get it through Thursday for a new release.
Exclamation point Gerda in the chat. We'll get you the link there. What's going on, Onyx? You're Danish?
Onyx is Danish.
Well,
That's really
where's
cool.
everybody else tuning in from around the world? Let's let our friends know. Where are you tuning in? Amelia and I are streaming from incredibly hot California.
Yes.
It is on Steam.
It's
on Steam. Exclamation point Gerda. We'll get you the link. We got friends in Germany.
We have friends in Romania and Slovakia.
And the UK.
The Netherlands.
Washington State.
The Philippines and Sweden.
Ooh, Eastern Washington, hello.
South Africa.
And Denmark, New Hampshire, and Brazil.
Canada and Ireland,
France.
Germany.
Hello to you in Ukraine and Nevada and Austria. Wow.
Atlanta, Kentucky, Oregon, Brazil, Czech Republic, Newfoundland,
Nice.
Italy,
Malaysia, Mexico City, Virginia, USA, Ireland, and Arizona. I love to see this.
Turkey.
This is one of my favorite parts about streaming, quite honestly. I think I could do just like a 24-hour stream of me just like saying where everybody's from.
Yeah. Norway and Belgium.
Thank you all for being
welcome, everybody.
here. Very interesting. Very cool. Well, thank you all for the hype on the hype train. Leah Bromwich, thank you for the 2 months. Mo, welcome back for 47 months. Let's jump into this game.
Let's do it.
And we're all going to make decisions together here, team. It's going to say Bryan is playing, but really we're all playing together. So feel free to shout out in the chat what you think is the best maneuver.
All right, so here we are, Saturday, February 3rd, 1945 at 10 a.m. And we have 3 choices we can make, because time, how we choose to allocate our time, is a big part of how this game works.
In his letter, Anders mentioned that he was taking care of some ducklings near the lake. I wonder what he really meant.
So Anders is our husband, who in the first part of the game was taken into custody by the
criminal inspector.
The criminal inspector.
Who is real, basically, controlling dude.
Yes.
He's completely taking Anders away. We went in this playthrough to speak at the criminal inspector's office.
Yes.
Where we saw our cousin, who is his receptionist.
Yes.
So this is all, the family ties are very tightly woven here. And our husband is, we are pretty confident, involved in an explosion that happened at a factory. And so there is a resistance of the Danes who do not want the German occupation, and they blew up this factory. And our husband, Anders, left a secret letter hidden in the chicken coop.
Yes.
And when we found the chicken coop, it said, wink, wink, take care of the ducklings, right?
Yes.
So that's the fisherman's hut we could go to, number one. Over here, let's see what's in the middle here.
According to Anders, this is where the sparrow and the others are hiding. I hope I can get some answers out of them.
So the sparrow, we think, is the leader of this resistance. So our husband Anders is currently in prison. So we are doing his work for him. We're continuing his mission.
Yes,
if we choose.
And we're under the impression that the branching narrative, we don't know about the endings because we haven't got there yet. But they have a very effective RPG light system where you're going to see relationship management with +1, +2 to the occupation, to the Danes, to all of the different characters in between.
Yeah.
So we got a hideout, we got the ducks to check in on, and
Stahl told me I might be able to see Anders if I return. I know he cannot be trusted, but what choice do I have?
Yeah, Stahl and the Gestapo. These are their headquarters that we could go back if we want to try to see Anders.
So what interests you? Let's make a choice. Would you rather go to
In his letter,
the
Anders
fisherman's
mentioned
hut
that he was
to
taking
check
care
on
of
the
some
ducklings
near
by
lake.
the lake,
I
whatever that
wonder
means?
what he really
Do we
meant.
want to go to the resistance, or do we want to go to the Gestapo headquarters?
All right, let us know, team. Are we going to the lake, to the hideout, or the Gestapo?
Type in the chat.
Re3, thank you very much for the cheers with Bookworm Tales. Hey, Bookworm. Good to see you. How's Baby Falcon's learning to fly? I love that. I love that. It makes me so happy to get your updates, Bookworm.
All right.
Thank you for 50
I'm
months.
seeing a
The
lot
lake.
of the
You
lake.
want to follow the clue in the letter. I'm with you, team. All right, let's go that way. Shinra Dog, welcome back. 31
In
months.
his
We're going to the
letter,
lake.
Anders mentioned that he was taking care of some ducklings near the lake. I wonder what he really meant.
I wonder what he really meant. Ooh, all right. Thank you, team. Thank you, mods. Mod love. Thank you, moderators.
Thank you,
Thank you,
mod love.
lieutenants. We appreciate your help on Discord and Twitch.
Yes, we do.
In
Ducks.
his letter,
So it's a really cool art style in this game.
Yeah, it's got this watercolor kind of effect. Very cool.
Here is Gerda
A flame
in winter.
And a bike in winter. Oh, right. Here. Okay, so let's check in on our we have these points, right? 1 compassion, 2 on insight, and 2 on wit. And we were able to spend these points for things like making an extra compassionate choice or another maneuver. So you'll see how that unfolds as we go.
The fisherman's hut should just be beyond these trees.
I'm gonna find it. A well-kept secret. I rode my bike out west in search of the ducklings Anders mentioned in his letter.
So these are all the different people that we've met, and as you can see, we have different relationships with them. We have a very strong relationship with our husband Anders, who is Danish. He is 26 years old and is a mechanic. And then our papa is German. He's 51, and he's working as a station worker. So he was right near the factory when it exploded.
Right. These are 2 of Anders' friends who went off with him in the morning, presumably to the factory explosion. We have Peter and Torben, who I think all we did was lend them a cigarette or a match
Or
for
not,
a cigarette
yeah.
or not. But Peter was not happy with us. And then these are some of the German officers: Stahl, Heinrich,
The little boy.
and Reinhardt. And Reinhardt, I remember giving Ripperoo's voice to. So.
Reinhardt has a secret. He has a strong
Yes.
addiction to opiate drugs.
He's really kind of freaking out.
Yes.
And then there's Wolfgang, of course, the officer. And Jacob was the pastor who came into the doctor's office with a cough.
Yes.
Those are
and then
the-
you
the
could go
fo-
down a little bit more and you can see other people.
Oh, right. Harold is the doctor.
Harold is the doctor who we work for.
Right.
And Charlotte is our cousin who is working with the Nazis in their as a secretary.
The secretary, yeah. For those of you who were with us for both of the playthroughs of the first 2 hours of the demo, this is more like our second playthrough of the demo. Here's things with Gerda. We have a negative relationship to the occupation by 6, so we've really been telling these Germans what for.
Yeah.
And the red scarf, these are our valuable items that we have, so we've been holding on to some of those things.
Yeah.
And
then here's a bunch of historical facts so you can learn all about the real life events that happened.
Yeah, you'll see in the transitions some painted over photographs, which I think add a really fascinating level to this game because it's based in real history.
Yeah. Thanks for driving, Bri.
Oh yeah. We're all gonna play together. It's just sometimes easier mouse and keyboard if only one of us does.
There it is.
There it is.
Whatever Anders wanted me to find must be inside.
We're going inside then. Let's go. It is very unique art style, isn't it, Aaron? Hey, Shinra Dog, what's going on? Welcome back.
And thanks for the gifted subs.
Thank you, thank you. Do we want to check anything else out before we go to the
Let's see
the
if
door?
we
Can we see if anyone's in the
There's
outhouse?
an outhouse.
Knock, knock. No. Just double checking.
Wood piles,
You never know when you might find an extra clue or a random letter or something, you know? All right. I feel like it's time just to go all inside.
Let's go in.
I'm Jess. Welcome back. Thanks for the 2 months free support.
And Toshter, thanks for the gifts up to Sophie.
The wood door has begun to rot at the edges. Creaky.
Ah!
Stand back. Who are you? Who are we?
Okay, so we have 4 different options. Do I want to say, I'm not here to hurt you? Who are you? Please put down the knife. Or, Gerda. Say our name.
I mean, very plainly, we are Gerda. But what do you think? We're not here to hurt you. Who are you? Put the knife down, or I'm Gerda.
I'm seeing a lot of 1. I'm not here to hurt you.
All right, we're not here to hurt you.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Her eyes flicker anxiously.
I came here alone. I am unarmed. Let's just talk.
Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Gerda Larson. I was sent here by my husband.
Your husband?
Yes, Anders Larson. He's a mechanic here in town. Do you know him?
She eases her stance and slowly begins to lower the knife. Well done, team. I do. He's a friend.
Do we want to say, how do you know each other? Do we examine... Oh,
2, examine the woman more closely. 3, do you think an apology is in order? Number 4, a friend of Anders is a friend of mine. I just think it's helpful if we read these numbers out so people know what they're...
all right. That's a lot of 4s.
Friend Anders is a friend of mine.
A friend of Anders is a friend of mine.
So we got a negative score going down for the occupation even further. Thank you for saying that.
Without her threatening posture, she suddenly seems frail. You're not from around here, are you?
She smiles somewhat bitterly. I'm not, no.
What's your name?
Esther. Alright, so now we can, this is a mechanic where you see this dice icon.
Yeah.
This die is to say that we are taking a chance, and we are, it gives us the difficulty of the risk.
Okay.
So this should be an easy enough roll. Why are you hiding out, Esther?
Why are you hiding out, Esther?
Her face turns somber. Because this is how my people are forced to live now. Because to the Germans I am a vermin, a rat. Why else would a woman with a small child be hiding in a cabin in the woods? Because I am one of the few lucky ones. Small girl tugs at her sleeve. Achievement unlocked, refugees.
Mama? Okay, how do we want to respond? Number 1, what's your name, little one? Or number 2, is that your daughter?
What do you think, team? 1 or 2? I'm gonna move the event list real quick.
Well, it's pretty split, but I see slightly more 1s.
Alright.
What's your name, little one?
The girl's face turns white with fear before disappearing behind Esther's skirt. That's Sophia, my daughter. The child begins to cough.
Is she all right?
No, she's been like this for days now.
All right. Number 1 for no wonder it's freezing in here. Or 2, is there anything I can do to help?
All right.
That's 2. That's a strong 2.
You are friendly. That is a strong number 2.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Look at all you helpful people. We try not to go outside if we can help it, but the fire is starting to burn low. Your husband has been trying to find a space for us at a nearby inn. He says we can trust the people there. Come to think of it, why did he send you here?
Okay, so how should we respond? 1, he's been captured. 2, they took him. Or 3, to help you.
All right, now if we choose number 3, that's going to use one of our one and only compassion point, you see.
Yes.
So this is an extra option available to us because we've retained our compassion, which I think is also super interesting, the idea of having like a threshold for your compassion.
Yeah.
You know, you have a tolerance for how compassionate you can be.
I'm seeing a lot of 2s,
All right,
mostly
they,
2s.
They took him, huh? All right.
They took him.
They? Oh. Oh no. I'm sorry, my husband was taken too. Back in Germany.
That's awful.
That's because we had a trust level of over 4 with Esther. I'm really interested in the mechanics of how this works. Yes, I suppose I haven't talked much about it. I've been too busy running.
I'll go get some firewood. There's not much else I can do. At least not right now.
All right.
I'm not sure what I expected to find inside. Oh, okay, so here's our diary. I rode my bike out west in search of the ducklings Anders mentioned in his letter. I'm not sure what I expected to find inside that abandoned cabin, but surely not a distraught mother and her young daughter. The two of them appear to have traveled a great distance.
So they've been added now to our list here.
There's
Right?
Esther.
There's Esther. Right. The persecution of Jewish people is added to the facts. As long as Denmark maintained its cooperation policy with the German occupiers, the Jewish part of the population were protected against the persecution which they were facing in many other countries.
All right, so we're going to collect some firewood for them.
All right, looks like, oh, there's something red. It gleams as it catches the light.
There's something in the snow. It's a Nazi party brooch. Did Esther wear this when she fled here? Or does it belong to someone else?
A clue, a clue. A wooden shed. The fishermen store equipment here.
Looks like this is where they keep the firewood.
All right.
But the woods looks too damp. I don't think it's any use right now. I should go back inside. I should try and help Esther. But not before we...
We have one more thing we can check here at the water's edge. Cracked ice. The ice in this area is thin and filled with cracks. Well, we're not escaping that way if we need to run.
Looks like the surface has been recently broken with a sharp object. Perhaps they've been trying to fish?
Yeah. Hey, Chimera, I'm glad you are digging it. Yeah, this is a very cool art style. I have not played any game that looks anything like this.
No. I also like how Gerda's kicking up all the snow when she's walking around.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this top-down thing, too, and for the environment exploration. Let's see what we got here. Shoes.
We got two pairs of shoes, one adult and one much smaller.
Stands to reason. That holds up.
Their shoes, they're so tattered. For how long have they been walking?
They've been on the run.
I should try and help.
All right. Bunk beds sparse with no sheets or pillows in sight.
I remember using those bunk beds with Anders, though we only needed one of them.
Check on the desk and then we'll talk to them again. A locket, a delicate necklace, rests on the table.
A thin gold chain rests on the table. The locket is shaped like the Star of David. I examine it. I notice Esther shift uncomfortably in her place. She's watching me with a guarded look.
You talk to Esther or the little girl?
Let's talk to Esther.
All right.
I found the firewood, but it's too damp to be lit right now.
Oh, that's all right. We are expecting a visit from a friend. Hopefully it won't be long until we get to leave this place.
All right, so we have two options. Option 1 is to say that we found the brooch outside. And option 2 is to keep looking around some more. Do we want to talk about this?
You want to ask about the clue we found?
Yeah, I do.
All right, that's a lot of folks saying. Let's bring up the brooch.
I found this brooch outside. Do you know where it came from? She's quiet a moment.
No, I've never seen it before. Where did you say you found it?
Just outside, near the shed.
Oh. Could you please put it away?
Do we want to say 1, of course, or 2, why?
It's a horrible symbol, and it should be burned and destroyed. 1, of course, we'll put it away.
Of course. She looks relieved.
Thank you. Someone's coming!
That raspy cough. Oh, we know him.
Mrs. Larson, what are you doing here?
1, I could ask you the same thing. Or 2, Pastor Jacob, you should be in bed.
I mean, with a cough like that, you should be in
Oh,
bed.
it's pretty split.
All right.
It says mostly 2s, I say.
2s and 1s, 2s and 1s? Oh, tell him to get to bed.
Yeah.
Get to bed, you old man. You're coughing, hacking up a lung.
Pastor Jacob, you should be in bed.
She says Anders sent her. He did? The pastor turns to me with eager eyes. Does that mean you're here to help?
1, help with what? 2, I need to know what's going on first. 3, only if it would help Anders too. Or 4, of course I'll help.
All right, what do we think, team?
Seeing a
1,
lot of
2,
2s.
3, 4, 1.
We need more information to determine the best
we
approach.
need more information
I need to know what's going on first.
to determine the best approach. Of course. Anders and I have been trying to secure passage to Sweden for Esther and her daughter. I've heard rumors that the people frequenting the Juglund Inn know how to move people about in a discreet manner. I'm going there later this afternoon to negotiate a place for Esther and little Sophia here. You can join us if you'd like to help.
Number 1, I would love to, but 2, I'll definitely consider it. 3, I'll do whatever I can. Or 4, I'll be putting myself at risk.
1, 2, 3, or 4, friends. I mean, we would be putting ourselves at risk. It depends on what degree you want to get into it here. You'll do whatever you can. This group will do whatever we can.
Whatever we can.
We want to help Esther and little Sophia.
I'll do whatever I can.
All right, you see how that made our relationship to the occupation go down even further?
That's fine.
That's fine. Marvelous.
The girl starts to cough again. That cough, it doesn't sound good.
Oh, Gerda, is there anything you can do to help this poor soul?
Number 1, can I have a look at her? Or number 2, not in these conditions. We are a nurse after all, so
we are a nurse.
Yeah.
And to catch anybody up to speed who is just joining, we are taking a story in a Danish village that is occupied by Germans during the Second World War. And Gerda, who is a civilian and a nurse, has to make important decisions that would impact the outcome of this entire story and the relationships with the characters therein. Calling itself an RPG light. We're going to say number 1. Can we have a look at her?
Can I have a look at her? I'm a nurse.
Nice. And if you want more info, exclamation point Gerda in the chat. We'll get you the link. It's on Steam and Switch. Really? Of course.
I try to step towards the girl, but she retreats behind her mother.
Liebling, it's all right. She won't hurt you.
The girl starts to cry and shakes her head violently. No, Mama, no!
Do we use our compassion point here? We have only one. To say, shh, it's okay, or please hold still. So these are our points up in the corner, and we can spend them on compassion, insight, and wit.
All right, it seems like a lot of people are down to use our single compassion.
All right, we're using our compassion for little Sophia.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to hurt. I promise. You can hold your mama's hand if you'd like. I patiently wait for Sophia to finish sobbing.
Thank you, SpongeBob Liebling. Thank you.
Okay. She timidly leaves her mother's side and steps towards me.
Oh, you handled that marvelously, Miss Larson.
I examine Sophia.
Ah, we've impressed the doctor. Well, not the doctor, the pastor.
The pastor. I wish I had my tools.
Well,
It's hard to tell. It could be an ordinary cold, but... Esther regards me anxiously. We might have something at the clinic.
indeed. Do you recall yesterday's events when I asked the doctor about his wonder drug?
Which is penicillin. Oh, you mean the penicillin?
Spoilers, babe.
Sorry.
It is penicillin. That's when we first met this doctor, or this pastor came to the doctor where we work at the clinic asking for cough medicine, penicillin. Yes, precisely. Do you think you might be able to fetch it for us? We'd be most grateful.
I'm not sure he wants to part with his sample. He's been very adamant about it.
Please, my child. It's important.
All right, 1, I don't know if I have time today, or 2, I'll do my best.
Ooh, how do we feel, team? Make no promises? Or we say we'll try anything we can?
That's pretty consistent. 2.
This crew is getting some penicillin for this child.
I'll do my best.
Oh, bless you. I know you had a lot on your mind since your husband's been imprisoned, but if you do this for us, I promise that I will write a strongly worded letter to the Gestapo.
1, thank you, Pastor. 2 is a chance, an easy chance. Are you sure that would help? Or 3, a strongly worded letter, and we'd be using 2, all of our wit.
Yes, it would use both of our wit points. What do you think, team? Say thank you to the pastor, roll a chance. Seems like a successful risk we could take.
I see a lot of 2s and some 3s and 1s, but mostly 2.
We're gonna go 2. All right,
Let's roll.
We're rolling for it.
Are you sure that would help?
Well, a lot of the occupying Germans have been coming to my church. I'm sure they will listen to me.
Jacob, Anders is in danger.
You're right. I can't be naive. I'll do whatever I can, and I'll demand to visit him too.
Oh, humanitarian aid. Jacob promises to visit Anders in jail.
Ooh, okay, so that's good. We definitely unlocked something here with that team that we might not have had otherwise.
Yeah.
Fearless Geek, welcome back for 28 months. Thank you,
Great to
friend.
see you.
And Scorpio Inc., welcome back for 8 months, my friend. Thank you for the tier
Nice.
2 sub. Appreciate your support.
All right.
We will work this out, Gerda. I know we will. All right. Now we get a journal moment, I think, at the end of a chapter.
They looked so terrified, crammed together in that little hut. The child had the eyes of a mouse, and her mother the eyes of a feral cat. It was only when Jacob arrived and her shoulders relaxed that I saw how tired Esther truly was. How long had they wandered from one hiding place to another? Always moments from discovery. How alone must they have felt, unsure if every offered hand held a hidden blade.
So in the journal moments,
We get to decide which options we want to write down for us. So we have 3 different options.
and this will affect basically our representation of how Gerda feels about all this back in her journal.
So our option 1 is to say they could not have gotten very far this easily. What had the mother done to survive? What sacrifices had she made? Had she hurt anyone along the way? Option 2, Jacob is often timid and afraid. He must have cared a great deal to help these 2. Or option 3, it seemed that Anders had kept many secrets from me, but this one was easy to forgive.
All right, where do we think Gerda's mind is at after experiencing this last scene?
SpongeRob thinks number 1.
Seeing 1 1 1 3 1 1 1 3 1 3 1 1 3 1 1 2 to 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 3 1 1. That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, I think
All right.
it's mostly 1s.
All right, team, we're going with 1.
They couldn't have gotten this far very easily. What had the mother done to survive? What sacrifices had she made? Had she hurt anyone along the way?
Oh, okay, our insight goes up. So, depending on the different choices we make in the journal, our mental energies can be upped or improved. So we have 3 insight points and 2 wit points. But our compassion is run thin.
We're
Tapped out.
Saturday, February 3rd, 1945, 11 a.m. So this is just a little bit afterwards.
All right, now where do we want to go next? We have this hideout in the woods where the sparrow is like to be found.
And that's a continuation of the breadcrumbs that our husband Anders has been leaving for us.
And then there's to Gestapo's office where we take a chance to see our Anders once more. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear that, Danny. Thank you for being with us. We might play a little Cats Organized Neatly later. Thank you for your nice words.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of feeling like we go to the woods first.
To the wood!
Get to the wood! Yeah, Yoshida wants to go sparrow, sparrow, sparrow. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, Susie also says sparrow. Creative Annie says sparrow.
All right. I think personally, we're probably going to get more information at this hideout than at the Gestapo than
everybody's
the other way around.
into the wood.
Into the woods.
Grandmother's
To
house.
Anders, this is where the sparrow and the others are hiding. I hope I can get some answers out of them.
I hope so too. And Abs Kebabs, thanks for 2 months support. And Toshter, thanks for the cheers. Let's go to the hideout. To the wood.
Into the thick of it. The Resistance hideout. I can't believe I finally found it. That man standing over by the truck, is that Peter?
Ooh.
I think Peter was one of his friends.
So we popped up this fact here about the Danish resistance. As long as Denmark maintained its, there it is. In the first years of the occupation, the resistance movement in Denmark was scarce. After Germany broke its non-aggressive pact with the Soviet Union in the summer of 1941, many Danish communists joined the resistance effort and thus became one of the first groups to commit organized acts of sabotage against the German occupiers.
Wow.
And in our story here, they've blown up this factory.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, welcome.
The snow creaks softly beneath my feet.
Who's there? Gerda?
Number 1, hi! Or number 2, Peter!
Yeah, let's call him by name. We know his name.
Yeah. Peter!
Well, I'll be damned. If it ain't the missus herself. How the hell did you end up here?
Number 1, what do you think? Number 2, they've taken Anders. Number 3, I need answers. Or number 4, please put that gun away. Okay, I'm seeing lots of 2s. And, yeah, 2s. They've
Also,
taken Anders.
I'm noticing, do you see Gerda's icon in the lower left next to these? You see how they change?
Oh, I didn't
What
notice.
what do you think? She's a little angry. They've taken Anders. She's leaning forward, pleading a little bit. And these two are more similar. So I wonder if that's a clue as to how the branching goes.
That's cool.
All right, we've taken Anders. 2?
Yeah. They've taken Anders.
Yeah, I heard about that. He puts the gun in his jacket, a remorseful look spreading across his face. I'm so sorry, Gerda. But we'll get those bastards, mark my words. Those Nazi shits won't catch us off guard again. How did you find us?
Number 1, why should I tell you? Number 2, show him the plans. Or number 3, Anders left me some directions.
Well, our relationship with Peter is at -1 right now because of the way we talk to him in the morning.
All right, I'm seeing lots of 3s.
3? All right, we'll say Anders left me the directions.
Anders left me some directions.
Oh, right, of course. Shit, what a mess. I just need to grab some things from the truck. I'll explain everything, I promise. All right.
There's a bunch of things to look at.
Yeah, let's pick up some more info here.
Footprints. The snow is well trodden.
Okay, so they've been using this area recently and actively.
Okay. The shed. The wooden walls have been weathered by the harsh wind and snow. Through the window, in the darkness of the shed, I can see rows of canned food and car parts. There's a rifle poking out from underneath the blankets covering boxes stacked inside.
I'm gonna go back over here and examine these footprints better.
It seems like more than a few people have been coming and going from this place.
Oh, yeah. What's going on in this truck? What you got in the truck?
Peter's truck. He keeps replacing the old parts with new ones. That's Peter's truck. Guess he's got the permit approved. Or stopped caring. Was he really taking Anders to work this very morning? Or to sabotage? Robbery?
Alright, Peter. He's ruffling his hair, pretending not to be bothered by the cold. Let's talk to Peter. To answer the question, Polar Jake, I think that I saw Unity when it bumped up, but I will double check when we take our hydration break as far as what engine it was built in. I should probably run this by the chief first, but I think you deserve to know.
Number 1, what exactly is going on? Number 2, please tell me what happened. Or number 3, you think?
What exactly is going on? Please tell me what happened, or you think?
That's lots of 2s.
Alright.
Please tell me what happened.
He scratches his head. How much do you know about Anders' involvement with the Resistance?
Number 1, not enough, clearly. 2, I didn't think he was in any danger. Or 3, very little. I'm seeing 2s.
Alright.
2s. I didn't think he was in any danger. I was aware that he did small errands for the Resistance, but that's it.
It started out that way, yeah. But it didn't take long before he became one of the most active members. I don't think any of us saw it coming. Peter suddenly looks wistful. You should have seen him in action, Gerda. He was a different person. A changed man.
Number 1, I don't want to hear about this. Number 2, something must have happened, and we would use our insight. We have 3 insight available right now.
All 3 of our insight points would be used.
Or number 3, we can take a chance and say, what exactly did Anders do? But Peter doesn't fully trust us, so this might be challenging.
Yeah, if we have a lower relationship score with one of these characters, it's more difficult to take the chance and have an effect. So what do you want to play it safe and go for 2, but then we got to use up our points?
I'm seeing mixed. 2s and 3s.
2s and 3s? Oh man. What are you thinking, Amelia?
Well, I'm seeing slightly more 2s now. So.
I mean, I kind of want to risk it, but
let's try it.
Should we try the risk?
Yeah, let's risk it.
All right, I'm doing it for Keith the Bad. Keith, this is for you. Let's go. What exactly did Anders do? Please? Look, Gerda, I've already said too much. Trust me, the less you know, the better. For all of us. Oh no!
The Resistance is also -1 towards us now.
That's not good.
Aw.
Yikes, that risk. I don't know if that risk was a good risk, team.
You live, you learn. What is going on out here?
You are...
I didn't realize we were running a social club.
Liva! Sparrow! We've got a visitor.
Sparrow? That's the person Anders wanted me to bring the documents to. This is just what a band of rebels on the run needs. More people knowing where we are. Who exactly are you? Do we, 1, let Peter introduce us, or introduce ourselves? I'm Gerda Larson. 2, we introduce ourselves.
We introduce ourselves around here. Quick little mini recap. Our husband has been taken away for being part of the Resistance in a Danish town during German-occupied World War II. And these are the Resistance. I'm Gerda.
I'm Gerda Larson.
She's Anders' wife.
Thanks, Peter. I figured that out. She looks at me intently. Huh, so you're Gerda. Anders must have sent you here for a reason. Come into the hut. We need to talk. Peter, cover up those German guns in the hut. I can see them from here. And I don't even think about going on some escapade. Last thing I need is you getting captured before our next move.
He looks crestfallen. Yes, ma'am.
Do we want to say, 1, that's a lot of firepower you've got? Or 2, you shouldn't be stashing stolen guns?
I don't know, team. I think we need to keep things going with the resistance in a little bit better way here. We shouldn't tell the resistance what to do with their stolen
That's a
guns.
resounding 1.
Alright, everybody says 1.
1, 1, 1. That's a lot of firepower you've got.
Alright, so the German occupation went down there.
Sure it is. And we're going to need it. To save Anders, you mean? She offers a sad smile. Among other things. But there is something that I need your help with now. Come inside when you're ready.
Okay. Oh, alright. Well, do we need any help from us, buddy?
He's busy hiding the guns in the shed.
Chief's waiting for you.
Number 1, so this is what you did every day? Or number 2, you and Anders have been keeping busy?
Hey, what's up, Zero Messiah? Welcome in. What do you think, team? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Seem pretty
I'm seeing more
similar.
2s.
2s? Alright.
You and Anders have been keeping busy.
We couldn't just sit back. We had to do something.
But he's the only one who got arrested.
Listen, Gerda, you should go see this chief.
Alright, let's go see the chief. Hey Nugget, welcome back for 18 months.
Welcome back, Nugget.
And Dorothy, thanks for being here for 10 months.
Welcome back, Dorothy. Ooh, alright, lots of things to look
Oh,
around.
a bloodied man.
Oh god, a bloodied man.
Ooh, I like the sound of the wind. Bed. It doesn't look too comfortable to sleep on. Hey, have they been living here? For how long, I wonder. I should speak to Livia.
Alright. But I want to look for more information.
Most of the books are torn and moldy, describing local wildlife. The desk is strewn with papers. Mostly documents densely annotated with red pen. Many of them, the gramophone is playing a Swedish swing tune. The kind.
Danish swing tune.
That's what I said. What did I say?
Swedish, but alright. This song would be banned by the Nazi occupiers anywhere in public.
Okay.
A drawer. I'm curious to see what's inside. A photograph is in there. It shows a group of young people inside a pub. Is that Liva? She looks so happy here.
Put that back, please.
Damn it, sorry. Uh-oh. Snooping too hard.
1, of course, I'm sorry. 2, who are these people? 3, when was this taken? Or 4, so you can smile.
Ooh. I don't know if 4 is the choice, team.
I'm seeing lots of 1s. And 1 4. A couple 4s.
Couple 4s, 1s?
Alright, it's mostly 1.
I don't know, I kind of want to poke at her, but okay, let's see.
Of course, I'm sorry. I quickly slide the photograph back into the drawer.
An empty pill bottle toppled over.
Messedrin. I know these pills. They're a type of amphetamine meant to put some pep in your step. I wonder how long it's taken them to empty this bottle. She's carefully surveying the wounded man on the bed.
Alright, we're gonna get into a dialogue here.
What happened to him?
She doesn't take her eyes off the wounded man.
Germans happened.
Do we say nothing? Or do we say, oh? 1 or 2? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of.
I'm going. Well, that's real split.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a gentle O.
Oh. Anders mentioned that you're a nurse. Normally, I wouldn't ask an outsider to get involved, but we don't exactly have a field hospital in here. Our group is spread thin as it is. Anders is in jail, Peter is stuck in hiding, and who knows where Sven has run off to. Could you take a look at my wounded comrade? 1, of course. 2, It's what I do, right? 3, if I must. Or 4, I have some questions.
Okay. I mean, as a nurse, I feel like, of course, or it's what I do, right? But we can ask some questions if we want to go for it. What do you think?
I'm seeing a lot of 1s and 2s, some 4s.
1, 2, 3, no 3s?
Not really.
All right, we're going with the 2 here.
It's what I do, right? She searches my face, unable to determine whether I'm being sarcastic or not. He had a little sarcasm. All right, let's go look at him.
Yeah, we need the resistance to like us better. Right now, we're...
Not in good.
The wounded man appears to be completely unconscious.
I lift the bandage off the wounded man. The injuries underneath is filled with a yellow pus.
Look!
Oh, it smells absolutely awful. We removed the bullet, but he's not recovering yet. 1, did you give him anything? Or 2, how did this happen?
Oh,
I mean, I kind of feel like, did you give him anything? Makes more sense. Okay, yeah, 1.
All right, we need to know, medically speaking.
Did you give him anything? We gave him some Mechadrin pills. But as you can see, we're not exactly living in a lap of luxury here.
All right, so we don't have our compassion points left. We used them in the conversation with Sophia, the little girl in the last scene. So we can roll a chance dice. It's challenging, but we want to try to assess his condition. That's our only option. So
Right.
we see how these points that we accumulate throughout the game can be used up, but then they are used up.
Yeah,
We're going to assess his condition
let's do it.
the old-fashioned way, rolling the dice.
This doesn't look good. I think there are still pieces of the bullet inside him.
Oh!
I turn to Liva. She's anxiously biting the nail on her thumb. Shit. In any case, he needs better care. 1, do you have any antibiotics? Or 2, we can give him alcohol.
So alcohol is one of the items that we have. Things have been real limited, just so you know. We've had to use a ration card and do a lot of bartering and trading to get the things that we have or find them as we go. So if we give him this alcohol, that's a big choice, team. But I see a lot of you. Number 2, all
Yeah, let's
right.
give him the alcohol. Here, try and use this to clean the wound.
All right.
Thank you. It won't be enough, though. Do you have the antibiotics?
All right, we're up to +1 with the resistance team. Good work.
We're waiting for supplies from the black market. But his condition is getting worse by the day. The Resistance and I would really appreciate your help. Number 1, of course I want to help. Number 2, first, give me some answers. 3, oh, you like helping the people?
Oh, like you're helping the people?
Oh, like you're helping the people? Or 4, you've got bigger problems.
All right, that would use up both of our wit points to sass back, team. If you want to sass, type 4, but otherwise...
I'm seeing lots of 1.
Of course, I want to help.
Of course I want to help. I want to continue what Anders started. It's good to know that common people are still willing to stand up against these fascists. Here's how you can help. I've heard that you work at the clinic in town. You must have antibiotics there, something we can use to treat our comrade. I'd like you to go there tonight. Peter will meet you there near the driveway and help you get the supplies we need. You're asking me to break into the clinic. 1, is this really the only way? 2, I'll do what it takes. Or 3, absolutely not.
All right, so the clinic is where we work with the doctor, where we played out the second scene of this game, and it is, you know, our profession. They're asking us to break into the clinic. Is this really the only way?
Yeah. Is this really the only way? The sooner we get the penicillin, the better. Even now, we're wasting valuable time.
Everybody wants that penicillin, team. We're gonna have to make a decision soon. I can feel it.
And we can't afford to help Anders while our people are out of commission. His name is Kessa, by the way. Who? The man I'm asking you to save. Prove you're loyal to the cause, and we'll do what we can to help Anders.
Yeah, and not only is there only the one penicillin, it is a sample.
Yeah.
And it's meant to produce more. The wonder drug. It seems more than one person is interested in getting penicillin from the clinic, but the doctor only has a single sample vial.
Speaking of which, Anders must have sent you here for a reason, yes? Did he manage to hide the plans before the Gestapo got him?
He did. I've got them here. They appear to be instructions on how to use a certain type of explosives.
You read them?
1, of course I did. Or 2, I couldn't help myself.
And thank you, Betty. Of course I did. I couldn't help myself. I can't help myself.
That's pretty split.
It is. Y'all are real right down the middle on this one. I'm going with...
1.
Alright, 1.
Of course I did. How could I not? I noticed some of it in Anders' handwriting.
Alright, we can roll the dice on this one. It says it's easy. Let's give it a try.
Ah. We all had to take the notes, but Anders was really the expert when it came to explosives. These instructions are his legacy. They are vital to the success of our future missions. Can you hand them over?
It seems really important to Anders that the Resistance receive these plans. Please use them wisely. I hand the plans to Liva.
Thank you. This will help the cause immensely.
+3 to the
Nice.
Resistance. I covered the guns in the shed under the manure. No one's going digging through that.
Good. Did you remember to spread dog powder on your tracks?
Of course, those damn hounds won't catch our scent.
We should begin planning for our next move. It isn't safe here anymore.
When do you want to leave?
As soon as possible. We'll need to load the truck and prep Kessa for travel.
What about you, Gerda? We could use an extra pair of hands.
Number 1, I'll try to come back later. Or 2, I have a lot of errands to run.
I don't know, the dog powder must be some sort of way to hide their scent. Cover their own trail.
Alright, that's a lot of ones. I'll try to come back later.
Great. We should be ready to leave this afternoon, perhaps around 3 p.m. Come back then. Alright, here comes our journal recap.
When I heard the word resistance, I'd imagined brave fighters and a vast underground force organizing against the Nazis. I didn't expect to find 2 strangers and an old friend huddled together in a drafty hunter's lodge. Their presence confirmed Anders' involvement. It proved that he had hidden a whole second life from me, a life that had gotten a soldier wounded and brought one of his own comrades near death.
Alright, so we have 3 options of how we want to continue our journal entry. Option 1, it seemed Liva would only trust me once I offered her some help. Apparently it didn't matter that my husband had once been one of her closest confidants. Number 2, I was amazed Peter had managed to keep his involvement in the Resistance a secret for so long. He wasn't exactly known for his discretion. Or number 3, I wondered how many others hurt by this war had remained hidden. Would we ever know the true cost?
Ooh, 3 is heartbreaking. All y'all picking 3 right off the bat, huh?
Uh-huh.
Alright, that's overwhelming. We're going with that.
I wondered how many others hurt by this war had remained hidden. Would we ever know its true cost?
Oh, our compassion's gone up.
Alright, team, so you've improved our mental energies for compassion, which is good, because we had run out in the last scene, and it gave us no option. Before I hit continue, I think we'll land here for a second. Each hour we take a 5-minute hydration break, but thank you all for your fine input helping us make decisions in this RPG light branching narrative game called Gerda, A Flame in Winter. It is on Steam and on Nintendo Switch right now. It just released on September 1st, and it's available with a 10% launch discount, so 10% off if you want to check it out. !Gerda in the chat, only for this week, so until Thursday the 8th.
So what are y'all thinking so far of Gerda, Flame in Winter?
Hit us with some input, team.
Yeah. Let me know what you're feeling.
And Mystery White Rock, thank you very much for the cheers. Appreciate that kindly.
This is great. It's very lovely.
It's an interesting subject for a
Yeah,
story, right?
Very unique.
Very beautiful and fleshed out. It's interesting. It's awesome. You really, really love it. Seems fun. If you'd like to watch, Amelia and I did play the first 2 hours of this game in 2 completely different ways that are up on on our YouTube channel, where this VOD will end up as well. And the demo is available if you'd like to play the game for yourself.
Yeah.
!Gerda, you can play the Steam demo for free.
Yeah.
And you can play the first 2 hours.
2 hours, which is significant.
Yeah.
You really, really love it. You like the art. It's intense and also calming at the same time.
Super
You want to buy a
intriguing.
copy of it?
The mechanics are cool. The
mu-
dice roll, the chance
Yeah.
thing is cool.
The music is good.
I'm really a big fan of how it's got kind of an open face when it comes to how it all goes, because I do think that having all those relationship scores and different mental energies, they're calling them, like compassion and wit and insight, I think without seeing those, I wouldn't be nearly as effective. So I really like it.
Ooh, Contra Kitty says they're going to get it on their Nintendo.
Oh,
nice.
right on.
Well,
Cool,
let us know
cool.
how you enjoy playing it.
You like the RPG elements? Yeah, they call it RPG Light, which is a little role playing game, but you don't have to maintain your rifle.
Yeah, I wonder how many different endings there are. I bet there's quite a few because there's many different paths that your relationships can take with the different people in town.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, this game
The
is on
It's
Switch.
on Switch. Yep, Switch and on Steam for PC.
All right.
We'll give you 5 minutes if you want to check it out. !Gerda in the chat. We'll get you the link. We're going to take a little breather. We'll take 5 minutes and we'll come back in and play another hour or so of Gerda. And thank you everybody who's contributing to the Pokedex challenge. I see you.
Did we do it?
Is really?
Almost.
What is it at?
It's at 1,677,000.
Wow, 83% team. Good work. Good work. I'm excited. The Pokedex awaits you, and so do I.
So close.
All right, team. See you at 5. Thank you again to Dontnod and Portaplay for sponsoring the stream and hooking us up with a copy of the game. We will see you in 5. Welcome back, and can I just tell you all, you're in the fine company of the team from Portaplay who did make this fine game.
Yes!
Can we shout out to the lovely developers? Say thank you for making video games. We like to play them.
Thank you, Portaplay.
Portaplay and Dontnod have sponsored this stream and hooked us up with a copy of the game that we can play with all of you. It is available now, released on September 1st, and is on 10% off for a launch special.
Until Thursday.
You got to check it out. !Gerda in the chat will get you the link. The game's available on PC via the Steam store. You see it, you know it. And also, what do we got? Yes, we have the goodly Switch.
Yes.
Nintendo Switch.
Switch
as well.
and PC.
Very cool art style in this game, and it is taking us back to World War II, where we are in a Danish countryside occupied by the German army. And we are a woman named Gerda.
Who is actually the grandparent of one of the developers of this game. So it's very tied to personal history, which I love.
Super, super cool. And the story tells how we as civilians, we're not on the front lines of the war, of the occupation. We are talking about the decisions that everyday people make that impact the influence and develop the future of how the story will unfold. So very cool systems. We are managing relationships. It's calling itself an RPG Light. And as you play through with us, feel free to shout out the things you like the best and let the developer team know, because I can only imagine how exciting it is to have your game fully released into the world. So good work, team. Good work.
Yeah, congratulations.
We're impressed and inspired by you. And Glitch Master, thanks for being here for 2 months. Slytherin Deviant's back for 4 months. Appreciate you. Sophia Soma, thank you for the resub. And a Deviant Llama, been around for 41 months. Can I just say thank you to a Deviant Llama? And Kimiera, welcome, and thank you for using your Prime, by the way. If you have Amazon Prime, I recommend you. Check it out here. A free subscription, !free in the chat. I'm just really stoked about these new sound effects, so listen to that whoosh. If you want to recommend a game for us, there's where you do it. If you want us to continue playing Gerda, drop it on this form, !games. And thank you to all of our awesome There it is again. Subscribers, appreciate you being with us. Like
Nice.
Astra Luna, welcome back for 10 months.
And if you're interested in playing this game, you can also play the demo for free and get play through the first 2 hours.
Yep, both of our 2-hour playthroughs are up on our YouTube channel where this VOD will live shortly after the stream is over, and you can see the beginning of the game or play it for yourself in very different ways because small decisions have huge impacts on this very tightly woven and dramatic history story.
Yeah.
So, historically accurate tales to be told.
Astria Luna, welcome back for 10 months.
Thank you, thank you.
And I'm Jess. Thank you so much for cheering, saying, I love these streams.
I'm glad you do. We love you being with us. Should we jump back into Gerda?
Sorrel Spiral is back for 31 months.
Hey, Sorrel.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you, thank you.
And the other Nunu say, thank you so much for the cheers.
Do. I love to see it. All
Ooh,
right.
happy early birthday.
Happy
Very
happy
exciting.
early birthday, friend.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Nunu.
Thank you. And I see a lot of
Yeah.
people. Thank you for contributing to the channel point challenge. We are 84%. Amazing. All right, I'm jumping in
All right.
like this. Whoa!
Oh.
You ever want to? You want to know what it's like to be a streamer? Where you're like, hey, what's it like to be a Twitch streamer? It's like this. Whoa!
Too much.
That's streamception. All right, I guess we should just put the game up.
Yeah.
That's a little more reasonable.
Yeah, thank you. Color of Nature, welcome back for 15 months. Oh, I'm glad you feel warm and welcome. You are always
You are
welcome.
warm and welcome like a flame in winter, my friends. Mental energies 1, insight 3, wit 2. Let's continue on.
All right. Where can we go next?
All right. Saturday, February 3rd, 1945. It's 1 p.m. and we have until 3 p.m. when they leave from the hideout, remember.
Okay, only one place to go now.
Stahl told me I might be able to see Anders if I return. I know he cannot be trusted, but what choice do I have?
Yes, Stahl indeed, the Gestapo.
All right, let's go in.
All right.
This game is full of feels, I agree.
Yeah.
Hits you right in the
A
heart.
lot of big moral decisions to be made here.
I can hardly keep my hands from shaking. This time I finally will be able to see Anders. I still have the Nazi Party brooch I found by the lake.
Right.
If I wear it, I might be able to convince the Gestapo that I'm on their side. Ooh. They might be more willing to listen to what I have to say.
Feels bad, man.
But the mere thought of pinning this thing to my coat makes my blood run cold. All right, friends, what do we do? Do we, one, choose not to wear this Nazi brooch? Or number two, do we wear it?
Hold on. If we go to see Anders and we're wearing a Nazi brooch, Anders is not gonna dig that.
He is
might,
not.
that might help us get past, you know? Yeah, I'm with you.
Hell no.
Heck to the Nazis.
No, yes, okay. It's
no.
not worth it.
It's not worth it. Honestly, we would rather see our husband die.
No! Don't say that.
I would.
But we're not gonna go that way.
I'm gonna say what I said last time we streamed this game, which is fuck the Nazis.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And if you're a Nazi, turn your life around, you fucking Nazi. There's no Nazis anymore. They're dead.
What he said.
Bullshit. All right, let's go. Front door. The front entrance of the old police station. That's all right, team. Don't worry. We're on Team Punch a Nazi. Go for it. Here's one for you.
The guard behind the counter is reading his newspaper, grumbling to himself.
Grumbling to himself. How did I get into this fucking Nazi life? I should have just... Lies and propaganda, all of it. Oh, it's you, the wife. The criminal inspector is expecting you in his office. So I guess you could say he's a criminal expector.
All right.
The German soldier, he's got jokes. He had a whole career at the front. He was going to be...
He could have been a stand-up
He was going to be a
comedian.
stand-up comedian, but things it got sad for him. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up. Don't keep him waiting. He's not a criminal waiter.
God.
Listen, team, when we're dealing with this, we need a little bit of levity. It's
We
okay.
do. The door behind it. I can hear the faint sound of a single typewriter. It's a lot quieter now. Most of the employees must have gone home for the day.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yes, I remember this place. This is where our cousin is working right here.
Yeah. Stahl is using the phone on the secretary's desk.
Please, dearest, I'm sure it was just a mix-up. You know how he likes to explore. I'm sure they weren't too bothered. I bet they're already having a friendly snowball fight by now. The weather's perfect for it. I'm sure he won't freeze. You made sure to give him his gloves, yes? Yes, I'll remember. Dearest? Dearest, please let me... Yes, of course. No, you don't have to. No, I... Okay, yes, just... Yes, alright, yes, jeez, okay. Listen, this is an expensive call.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you in a few hours. We don't have to call every time.
He puts down the phone and lets out an exacerbated sigh.
Sorry, my mother. She's always telling me what to do. Oh, Frau Larsen, so you came. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I had to let Fräulein Klein go home early today. She was very distraught.
So Fräulein Klein is our cousin.
I found this on her desk.
It's a small paperweight shaped like a coffin. Oh.
Do you know what it means?
Number 1, no, I have no idea. Or number 2, yes, I think I know, but we'd have to use all 3 of our insight.
Oh, do we want to use all 3 of our insight? I mean, here we are dealing with Stahl, who's got our husband locked up. I mean, this is as close to our super objective as we can get.
I mean, I think no. We don't.
We have
need
no
to.
idea. We have no idea.
We have absolutely no idea. No, I have no idea.
Oh, well, maybe it was something else. It's been a very long day. But no matter, you're here. I'll take it as a means you've accepted my proposition.
Yes. Number 1, I had no choice. So he wants us to get information about the resistance.
Obviously, they want to play each side.
Number 2, we have to find out the truth. Or number 3, let's get this over with.
I mean, can we spit on his shoes? Spitting on his shoes is not an option,
No.
but we can want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, I'm seeing
we have to find out the truth.
I'm seeing a couple twos. Eliza wants 2, Izzy wants 2.
Okay,
Inadequate
I
grasp.
like that. I mean, finding out
yeah.
the truth keeps it like ambiguous. enough.
Yeah. We have to find out the truth.
Exactly. I'm glad we agree.
Oh, he.
Oh, Stahl likes it.
That's-
Now, if you can get your husband to tell us what we need, we may be able to start talking about amending his sentence.
Number 1, I will do whatever it takes. Or number 2, remain silent.
All right, are we going to say we'll do whatever it takes?
I mean, or we could just go.
We're going to say 2 and go.
Yeah, we'll go.
I'll take you to his cell. Please follow me. Do we snoop?
Should we snoop a little bit? Yeah, let's do
I'm gonna do a quick snoop. Crumbs.
it. It looks like someone has been stuffing themselves with crackers.
Cardigan?
It belongs to Charlotte. It's still here. She must have been in quite a hurry to forget it in this weather.
Something's afoot.
Something is not right.
Don't look at us.
The door leading to the criminal inspector's office.
You have to, the reason, when it's in,
Criminal inspector.
when it's in italics like this, you have to yell it. It's a German pronunciation thing. Criminal inspector. You see?
Oh, okay.
It's locked.
It's locked. I shouldn't do
yeah, we
anything
shouldn't go
bad,
there.
no.
We shouldn't go. Good thing you didn't pay any attention to that.
Yeah, I know.
You must not be very good at inspecting, because I was inspecting underneath your inspection. Here we are! Your husband is in the cell just over there. Go talk to him, and please take care to remember our deal. I'll be here in case there's any trouble.
So we're gonna speak in code.
You have to speak in code. Anders?
Inside the cell, I see Anders standing slumped against the wall. He is cradling his bloodied hands towards his chest. Anders! It's me, I'm here.
Gerda?
Number 1, are you alright? Number 2, your hands.
I mean, he's standing over a bowl of blood. I don't know if he's alright, but we're gonna ask.
Are you alright?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. Why are you here? You shouldn't be here.
I dart a sideways glance at Stahl. He is idly tapping his finger against his sleeve. Number 1, it's going to be all right. Number 2, they want me to talk to you. Number 3, how could you do this to me? Or number 4, I'm here to help.
Ooh, what do we do, team? Type a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. We'll take your consensus. And Glowing Tiger, welcome back for 44 months.
All right, I'm seeing a good amount of 4s.
We're here to help.
I'm here to help.
Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? You. I've gotten myself into such a mess.
Why didn't you tell me anything? I could have done something.
He gives me a weak smile. I didn't want to worry you. And you? He's quiet for a moment. No. Let's not talk about this now.
Number 1, please help me understand, and we're going to be using our one and only compassion point, or perhaps he's right.
Now the criminal inspector is within earshot.
The criminal inspector is right there.
But what are we
Okay,
doing?
I'm seeing a lot of 2s, some 1s, but mostly 2.
That's mostly 2, though.
Yeah.
I personally want to try this compassion, but I think I'm going to go with the crew here.
Okay. Perhaps he's right. I should focus on how to get him out of this place. Listen, Anders. Number 1, just give them something. Number 2, can't you think of anything? And we'd be using both of our wit points. Or number 3, please stay strong.
All right, I'm leaning towards 2 here to use our wit. Can't you think of anything? But, I mean, do we really trust this criminal inspector
I
to
do
hold
not.
up his end of the deal? I mean,
The
Damn.
criminal inspector's deal is if you give us information, we'll let him go.
right, or lessen his sentence or something. I mean, we don't even have a strong... You want to try 2? Let's
Yeah,
try
I'm
it.
seeing a lot of 2s.
All right, we're going to use our wit points.
And the criminal inspector likes us right now.
That's true. Well, but not much. I mean, 1.
Barely. Can't you think of anything?
He blinks, gears slowly churning in his head. I might know something. Rumor has it the Resistance is keeping a hideout out east. The officer steps forward, clearly intrigued. Where exactly? Jesus, you're spitting in my face, you Nazi! Near the old windmill. The old mill. Who knows if there's wind this time of year? I see. Very interesting.
Anders gave false intel. I'm sure nothing bad will come of it.
Uh-oh.
I glance over at Stahl. He's busy scribbling something on his notepad, a satisfied smirk tugging at his lips.
Oh no.
This must be the moment I've been waiting for. This
Might
might be
be.
the moment I've been waiting for. All right, number 1, no, it's too risky. Or 2, do we attempt to lean closer, which is really, really hard to see what he's scribbling.
Oh, very hard. Do we go for it?
Oh, I feel like it's bad.
Come
I feel
on,
like
you deviants. I see you typing 2.
I feel
Type
like
2. Type 2. It is.
type 1, type 1.
This is absolutely too risky.
This is too risky.
I'm going for it.
You're
Do
gonna
it.
ruin everything, Bryan.
Really?
I think so. It says very hard. We've only had like difficult before. This says very hard.
But I could easily click it now.
All right, fine. Everyone's saying do it.
I'm not a bad influence. I just need to know.
Do it.
What is it?
Oh, it didn't work.
I lean against the bars. Frau Larson, would you kindly step back, please?
No, I was so close.
Waste of everything we've worked for.
I reluctantly release the bars and step away from Anders. Okay, well, at least he wasn't like, why are you spying?
At least he wasn't like, Frau Larson.
Why are you spying?
You're not wearing your crazy Nazi pin, which I gave you. I think we are done here. Now follow me, I'll show you out. My wife was right.
Well, I could have gone way wronger. Wronger.
You got him to talk. Marvelous job. Thank you, Frau Larson.
Number 1, I've done what you asked. Or 2, so you'll see that he is properly treated, right? I mean, I feel like number 2.
So you're gonna see that he's properly treated, aren't you?
Right?
Stahl?
Right? Yes.
Buddy old pal, old 3-point Stahl.
3-point Stahl. So you'll see he is properly treated, right?
We will decrease the intensity of our interrogations. Damn! That's not even close to good enough for me. Decrease the intensity of your interrogations? Stahl. You're really making Nazis look worse. At last.
At least.
At least until we've investigated this new lead. Frau Larson, thank you once again. Your efforts may have helped us put a stop to these saboteurs that have recently been plaguing our community. Now, you should be getting home. He says, Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. I second guessed the Auf Wiedersehen because I didn't want to say some Nazi things.
Okay.
It had only been one day, but already Anders looked like a different man. The bruises on his face spoke volumes of the Gestapo, and his tired eyes betrayed the restless night he had spent inside that cell. I wondered how long he could endure such hardships, and how far I would go to prevent them. Oh, my poor Anders.
All right, so we have 3 options of how we want to write in our diary. Number 1, I wished they would have let me tend to his wounds, but I suppose the lingering pain was part of their strategy. Number 2, at least the Gestapo still needed something from him, and maybe from me. As long as that remained the case, he would survive. Or 3, I had to act quickly to secure his release.
I don't know. Lady Valerian asked, did we learn anything? I mean, honestly, we just kind of saw him again.
Yeah.
I think we might have delayed his trouble, but if they go out east to an old mill and don't find a hideout, then they're probably going to come back and beat the shit out of Anders again.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
Oh man, there's a whole bunch. I don't see a general consensus at all.
Should we do you all want to do a formal poll on this one? This seems important. Let's do a formal poll of officialness because
All right, formal poll.
because there's a lot of disparity.
All right.
And this is where we get our points that we can use later on.
So how should we respond to this? Type 1 for I wish they would have let me tend to his wounds. Number 2, the Gestapo still needs something from him and maybe me. As long as we remained, as long as that remained, he would survive. Or number 3, I had to act quickly to secure his release.
What do we think? What
and
do we
Bree
think?
Hawthorne, thank you so much for the gift sub group hug.
Yo!
Thanks so much, Bree.
Thank you, Bree, you magical
Thank
being.
you.
You magical being of light, you mammal of glorious magnitude. Thank you, Bree Hawthorne. And if you got a gifted sub, please be sure to check out the starter kit. And
All right.
be sure to thank them.
What's the poll?
It's 2.
It's 2. All right.
A strong winner of number 2.
All right.
At least the Gestapo still needed something from him, and maybe from me. As long as that remained the case, he would survive.
All right, +1 to our insight. friends.
Hello.
How is it? Thank you for the raid. Raiders, come on in. Salenta-chan, how's it going?
Hello, friends. We're playing a new game called Gerda, A Flame in Winter. Just released, and it is set in a small Danish town during the German occupancy in World War II.
That's right. Appreciate you being here. All right, so we've got options of where we can head. This is back to the woods.
The resistance group is moving to their new hideout this afternoon. They might appreciate any help I can offer.
We
All right.
won't be able to go there later, though.
I mean, I want to point this out. It doesn't see... Is this where the criminal inspector was?
Click it.
The pastor is bringing Esther and her daughter here this afternoon. Maybe they need some more help.
Ooh, I won't be able to go there later. We have an exclusive choice, friends. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we go to the hideout?
The resistance group is moving to their new hideout.
Or do we
this
go to
afternoon.
the inn to
They
help
might
the
appreciate any
mother
help
and
I can
her
offer.
little child?
Oh man. Yeah, so and we know that they're moving out by 3 p.m. and that it's an either or kind of thing.
Yeah. You want to do another official poll?
Yeah, let's do another official poll. This is an important decision.
It's a tough decision, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to call it hideout or inn.
Uh-huh.
And who's at the hideout is the
Resistance
the
members.
Resistance.
And at the inn is the mother and her child who is sick.
Yeah, are we basically going to be going back to help the man with an infected bullet hole and Peter and the Sparrow? And also the little girl and the mother who Anders had hiding out, the ducks, as it were, along the lake. In hideout. So it looks like if this is out by the mill, I mean, that's a mill right there.
Well, they're moving, so they're getting
They're
up.
moving. So do we think that Anders said, like, go where they'll just have missed them? Or do we think Anders said go to another place? I mean,
there's another mill over there,
here.
yeah.
I can't think, it's a little bit like Dantooine. Dantooine, they're on Dantooine.
I don't think that Anders would do anything to actually put his comrades in danger because he was such an active part of the resistance. So
Right.
I think it's yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, the mill on the other side of town. Okay, good. All right, we're going to the inn.
To help the mother and her child.
Get to the inn.
The pastor is bringing Esther and her daughter here this afternoon. Maybe they need some more help.
All right, we're gonna go help this little kid. A lot of morally gray choices here, team.
Yeah.
I like how the loading thing is a little candle going down. That's
Same,
clever.
yeah. Tingliv. Oh, there they are. It seems I arrived just in time.
A safe house. Jacob is talking to the others in hushed tones. Gerda, you made it. We should hurry inside. There are too many curious eyes on the street.
Oh, a lot of people in here. What's wrong? Why aren't you going in?
Jacob turns to me, looking visibly sweaty and nervous in the dim light of the entrance. Well, you see, your father is in there.
Papa is here.
And, well, I think your father's a good man, but he is a member of the Nazi party.
Esther looks at me fretfully, holding her daughter closer. Your father is that man there in the uniform? The one in the uniform? Yes. They don't trust him. Number 1, if you trust me, you should trust him. 2, I don't want to get into this right now.
Oh, I think He is, team. That's Gerda's position, is that we are in a Danish countryside, but many of our family are German and Danish. And
On two sides.
And they have alliance or allegiance to the occupying force from the German army, or the resistance fighters.
All right, that's a lot of twos. Hey, Deems, hello.
Hey, 2 raids in a row. Come on in, Deems Lounge.
Thank you so much for the raid, friends. We're playing Gerda, A Flame in Winter.
What do you think? Number 1, if you trust me, you should trust him, or if we don't want to get into this right now.
I've been seeing lots of twos.
All right.
I don't want to get into this right now. I see. What's your plan?
Well, could you go and talk to him? Just keep him occupied for a while. Pun intended. And make sure that he doesn't see us walk through the room. Well, wait here until you're ready. Deems, thanks for 47 months, my friend.
Welcome back.
All right, we're gonna distract him.
Yeah, go talk to Papa.
Papa's right here. Do you want to look at anything else before we talk to Papa?
Yeah, sure. Let's check out the...
What's going on here? Wood burner. The fire is eagerly licking away at the logs inside.
This big old wood burner hasn't been doing much work since this winter. It's freezing in here. Carvings. Someone carved into the table. There's a T and a P carved in the table. The T has 11 notches next to it, and the P has 7.
Huh.
Is this a record of beer drinking competition? At any rate, it seems like P couldn't keep up.
Peter the Lightweight.
Aww.
Secrets. Despite his bravado, he has a hard time holding his liquor.
Oh, and T is Torben.
And Torben.
Torben is Anders' other friend.
T, I would have definitely put my money on Torben when it came to a drinking contest.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on, old Carl?
Old Carl smells like he's wearing a pungent perfume of alcohol, vomit, and dried sweat.
And that's why I shall fight as a brave country soldier. Rah, rah, rah.
This could get tense. I don't want this drunkard to do something unpredictable. We can ask, how many beers have you had? Because we don't have any more alcohol.
Or if we had any alcohol, we could get him even more drunk.
No.
I don't think we should get him even more drunk.
No.
I think, well, how many beers did you have?
How many beers have you had?
Not enough for me. I'm old Carl and I wobble when I wiggle.
His breath smells terrible.
I love how wobbly he is.
I need to get away.
Bye.
Let's go talk to Papa.
Talk to the barmaid or Papa first?
Papa.
Papa.
He's staring into a sizable mug of beer, deep in thought. What do I say? Number 1, penny for your thoughts? Or number 2, what are you doing here?
Penny for your thoughts? Nickel for your dreams? What are you doing here?
Penny for your thoughts seems to be the biggest consensus.
I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
Penny for your thoughts?
Oh, Martian. I heard what happened to Anders. I'm so sorry. How are you holding up?
Number 1, he didn't do anything wrong. Number 2, I still can't believe it. Number 3, I'm so worried for him. Or 4, I'm angry at him.
What do we feel?
Hey, Neko Mata Girl, welcome back for 49 months.
Hey, thank you for 49 months
I'm
support.
seeing lots of 3s. I'm so worried for him.
I believe Mauschen's like a term of affection for one's daughter, but I'm sure our German friends can correct me if I misunderstand that.
Yeah. All right, it's 3.
3 is the way to go.
I'm so worried for him. I keep thinking about him lying in that cold jail cell all alone.
Yes, but what can we do but wait?
All right, so we only have one option here.
All right, Mauschen means little mouse, a term of endearment.
Can't you do anything to help him out? This is going to be a hard one, but
All right.
we'll see. We have no other option.
We're gonna roll the dice here, team.
Can't you do anything? to help him?
Oh, my dear daughter, I am afraid it's out of my hand. Motion. Alright. If I try, and word spreads that my son-in-law is in the resistance, that would only be worse for you and me.
I see. I glance towards the entrance. They're heading this way.
Oh, good old pastor. What the devil bring you here?
Oh no. I watch anxiously as their conversation draws my dad's eye. So, Papa, 1, what's troubling you? It's gonna take all 4 of our insight. Number 2, awful weather, huh? Number 3, slap him on the back. Or, which is a chance we'll have to roll the die. Or number 4, have you heard from Mama? Which will take our 1 compassion. And our goal here is to stop our papa from turning to see what's going on with the pastor.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if it's going to use all 4 of our insight points, or if it's saying that we have 4 and we'd be using 1. But it looks like a lot of you are saying, have you heard from Mama? We're going to talk.
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
Yeah, let's go into it. Have you heard from Mama? I'm worried about how she'll take the news. You haven't called her yet, have you?
No.
He idly turns the mug of beer between his hands.
Not yet. She'll be home soon. I'm sure she will be. But I think we should let her enjoy those last days in Copenhagen, don't you?
Should we say, number 1, she needs to know? Or number 2, yes, you're right. I'm trying to remember what happened with, Mother. She's in Copenhagen.
We're going to say she needs to know.
She needs to know. I need her to know.
And I need this pastor to skedaddle. We just linger in there talking to this man.
My throat suddenly feels tight.
Thank you, Pastor. Oh! Alright, we're gonna do this together.
Motion.
Motion?
Motion.
Motion? Motion? Oh, motion. He takes my hand and gives it a comforting squeeze. That was better? Good work, thank you. You didn't know you were gonna learn a little German today.
The others are safely hidden now. I should rejoin them. Listen, Papa. I need to get going. I'll see you around, okay? He gives me a feeble smile.
Take care, dear. Good work, team. Not spotted. We made it to the back.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, my dear, my arms fail me on account of my ailment. Could you help me push aside this kitchen cabinet?
Push the cabinet?
Yes. This cabinet needs to be pushed.
Cabinet seems quite ordinary. How am I supposed to... Oh!
A secret door.
Secret door! I love secret doors. Oh my goodness! What is this place? In all of the years I've visited this inn, I've never been back here.
Ooh, achievement unlocked underground. It's going to be a bit of a stretch to fit you all in here.
The Resistance is here as well?
Look, I know we're all here earlier than expected, but we'll have to work out something. We're comrades with a common interest, after all.
I concur. There should be shelter for all. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that things have become more complicated now. If you want to stay here, you'll each have to cough up something extra.
Do we want to say nothing, option 1, or 2? Will you take Esther somewhere safe, which is a roll of the die, but it's a pretty easy one.
It should be easy for us because we've got such a negative relationship with the occupation and a positive with the Dane. All right, let's go.
Will you take Esther somewhere safe?
Gerda, is it? Sweden is the closest safe haven for Jews, everyone knows that. But I don't even know if I can take that risk. Now, Pastor Jacob, I see you've neglected to mention that there was a child involved in this transaction. We're not running a boarding school here, and children are hard to keep quiet. Oh, yes, of course.
He begins to look through his wallet. Very slowly, an arduous process. I don't have a lot to give, but should I pitch in?
All right, well, we have no compassion to ask for mercy, and we don't have a pearl necklace to give a valuable to him, so we have to let Jacob handle it. Interesting, our choices have led us to no choice.
I don't really have a lot of money. And the pastor isn't too poor a man by any means.
Here we go.
He hands some money to the smuggler.
I don't know where we would have gotten the necklace.
I think probably in
at
the marketplace, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, because in this path we went through the factory. Are you sure you can't dig a little deeper into your pockets? Well,
Stop, please. I can't let you do this. She unclasps her necklace and hands it to Niz. I can't help but notice that her hands are shaking.
Sweet child, you don't have to do this.
It's fine. Take it.
Good. I suppose that'll do.
The little girl starts crying.
Mama, I want to go home.
We could give her a teddy bear, but we've already used that up.
We...
Try to comfort her?
Number 2, try and comfort her, or 3, you need to be quiet, Sophia. All right, lots of 2s.
Yeah, I want to comfort this girl.
There, Sophia. You'll be safe, don't worry. It doesn't seem to help.
I want Papa. I want a home.
Kids cry. She'll calm down eventually. I suppose you'll be extorting us next?
You commies really don't know how to haggle, do you? Can't you see? We've got increased demand. That means the price goes up.
You filthy profiteer. Fine. She hands him her gun. This should be enough for our rescheduling issue, right? In addition to our other arrangements.
Of course, always a pleasure doing business with you, Sparrow. Now, I suppose you're all welcome to stay, but no more than 1 week. Then I want you out of here. Let's pray that none of those Nazi pigs come snooping around until then.
Whoa.
My dear child, come with me outside when you're done here.
All right, we have a lot of things to explore.
Let's check out Jericho.
Gramophone is playing lively swing tune.
Let's listen in.
Swing music, just like at the Resistance hideout.
The music of the underground.
There are bags that are bulging with content. I have not seen so many bags of sugar since before the war.
These are all bags of sugar. In the first scene of this game, we had to make a decision if we would put the last little bit of sugar into our porridge.
Yeah.
And when we would do it. But we only had a tiny bit. If they've got sugar, that's a good sign. Some stockpile reserves.
Crates, most of them are sealed quite tightly. These look a bit like weapon crates. I carefully open one of the lids. Oh, just bottles of expensive wine. Is that all they're dealing with here?
I don't know. They could be hiding the weapons under the wine.
Yeah.
What's in this?
Radio is shut off. A radio? They probably use it to listen to the BBC.
The BBC?
The BBC. I should give them some space while they get settled in.
All right.
The door to a room where the others are staying. I doubt this room is on the inn's official list of lodgings. So the inn is a hideout, which is cool.
Yeah, it's got a hideout built into it.
Pantry used to store food. There's a bread box here, with only a single piece left inside. It's quite hard and dry. Do we take this piece of old crusty bread, or do we leave it? 1 to take the crusty bread, or 2 to leave it. We might be able to use it in the future to barter.
Team, we always take the crusty bread.
Take it.
+1 food.
The truck used to move wares from hither to thither. There's probably nothing suspicious about an inn receiving wares from various places. This must be how they move around contraband. And people? I should speak to Jacob.
Jacob's outside waiting for us.
I should speak to Jacob. He's sniffing in the cold.
Bless you, dear child. You've done a lot of good today. And you could do a lot more good tonight if you help me get the medicine that poor Esther needs.
I'll see what I can do, dear pastor. I should take my leave. Nice.
All right, journal decision.
Oh.
It seemed that Midas Inn had become a refuge for those hiding from the occupation, albeit a costly one. They all had a common enemy, but uncommon goals. Some pushed for action, others for escape, but they shared a desire to remain hidden, even as German soldiers and sympathizers drank beer just one room away. How could anyone relax in a place like that?
Ooh, all right, team. We got 3. That is the pastor who wanted penicillin in the demo. Exactly.
Yes. Option 1. Mead and Nis were making a tidy sum from their guests. For them, this was an opportunity to profit instead of helping those in need.
Number 2.
It only seemed fair that Midas should receive some payment for the risk she was taking in hiding so many people. Or 3. I hoped the experience was not too hard on Sophia. Perhaps the company would be good for her.
My team's going full 3. We want those compassion points, don't we?
Yeah.
Charge up the mental energies. I see some 1s and some 2s, but mostly 3s.
3.
I hope the experience was not too hard on Sophia. Perhaps the company would do her good.
Nice.
Nice. Yo, Shalev Morin, what's going on? Your Gerda's designer is here with us. So cool.
Oh, so cool.
Thank you for hanging out.
Hello, Shalev. Thank you for joining us on stream. It's so cool to play your game.
I'm going to watch for what choices you pick in the chat.
Okay.
All right, we'll play one more scene together here, team. Saturday, February 3rd, 1945, 10 p.m. the same night.
Busy day.
Busy day.
I can't believe I'm betraying the doctor like this. But if I'm to see Anders again, I'll need to break in and steal the penicillin.
Ooh, thank you, Shalev. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun. This is a beautifully made game. I'm very intrigued. All right, we got to do the deed. We've been asked to steal the penicillin from 2 different entities now.
Yeah.
There's something up ahead.
Oh, a chance encounter. Something has happened on our way to the clinic. Ah, something we did not expect. Thank you, mod team. Appreciate you. Much love.
Arbella, welcome back. Children?
We'll take a little hydration break after this scene, friends.
What's going on over there?
Stop cheating! I'm not. Leave me alone. Give them back or I'll make you give them back. No!
Their voices filled with so much vitriol.
Shalev loves this random encounter. It's just, these randomly happen no matter what, or depending on our choice.
They'll rip each other apart if I don't do something.
Let's go interrupt this random encounter.
Kids, stop
Shitty little
fighting.
boys, come here.
They're just angry. Probably siblings.
Give them back! I don't have them!
Option 1, stop this at once. Or 2, hey, what's going on here? Be like
Hey.
number 2.
Hey,
let's
do you have
try
a
to make
side
friends.
quest for us? Hey.
Hey, what's going on here? They both turned to look at me, eyes wide with surprise. The one holding the branch seems to regain his courage.
Pell's cheating! Am not! R2! Well, Lucas pushed me. No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
This is going in circles. Number 1, where are your parents? Or number 2, you shouldn't fight like this.
Where are your parents, and do they sound the same?
All right, it's pretty split, but a lot of number 2s.
You shouldn't fight like this.
You shouldn't fight like this.
You never follow the rules. I hate you. German scum with clubs at your back and hats in hand. Get out of our Danish land. Shut your mouth.
The German boy raises his stick to hit his Danish playmate. Number 1, stop that. Or 2, get between them.
Oh. Honestly, stop. Are you gonna get between them, team?
Everyone's saying to get between. We're gonna get ourselves hit.
You're gonna get yourself some flame in winter.
That's enough.
He runs away.
Oh, they'll fly right back to each other's throats as soon as I turn my back. I can't leave them like this. I suppose there's no need for me to go to the clinic before it's truly dark out. I should look around and see if I can figure out what really happened.
There's something going on. These kids, there's some...
Oh, there are lots of things to see. The tree has something carved into the trunk. Someone's carved their initials into the bark. PH. And just underneath, it reads LK. Pal and Lucas.
Okay, so they must have been good friends.
They must have been good friends.
Carved initials.
Oh, some blood.
Blood here.
Oh, stained with droplets. Somebody got hurt. I should look around and see if I can't figure out what really happened. Blue Fort. He has the high ground.
My favorite illusion.
There's a pile of sticks here as well, but isn't very big.
All right,
so they're probably playing
at war.
Yeah. Red Fort. It's got a roof.
Okay, Red Fort, Blue Fort, very different.
What a
Cozy little hut.
A bunch of sticks in here too. I can't understand why his friend is jealous.
You can understand why. So this boy's got all of the twigs, and he's sharing no twigs with the boy who has less for his fort. Let's talk to Twig Boy first.
He's swatting the bush angrily with his stick. All right. Do we want to say number 1, poor bush? Or 2, don't you think it's had enough? All right, poor bush. Poor bush.
Just go away.
Can you please tell me why you're upset?
He's being a stupid head.
Your friend over there, you mean?
He's not my friend.
All right. Number 1, why is he being a stupid head? Or why are you upset with him? Number 2. Why are you upset with him?
I'm seeing some number 1s though.
I'm seeing a lot of number 2s.
I'm seeing a lot of number 1s. Mr. Okami says number 1. Yes, speak his language. Why is he being a stupid head?
Why is he being a stupid head?
Because he's ruining the game.
How so?
He's not playing by the rules.
The rules? What are you playing?
We're playing war.
Ah, well, what are the rules of war?
The rules are that you shouldn't steal from each other's bases. You can only win sticks on the battlefield.
And you want all those sticks that are in your fort?
Well, no.
Hmm.
The Germans start with more sticks.
Number 1 seems accurate, or number 2, that doesn't seem fair.
What do you think?
And now number 2, that doesn't seem fair. It's probably why your friend is so upset.
Oh. He still shouldn't break the rules. Pell swore and stole from my base, and that's not allowed.
I see. I should go hear Peel's side of the story. He's kicking the wall. Option 1, hello there. Or option 2, are you all right?
Alright, I'm seeing 2. Are you alright?
Go away.
Please, I just want to help you. He turns around his face to me. His eyes are wet with angry tears, dangerously close to spilling over. What happened?
I don't want to play with him anymore.
Why not?
Because he always wants to make the rules. He never lets me decide anything.
You're playing war, right?
Yeah. He pushes me down and then he says I'm not allowed to move. And then he takes the sticks when I'm not looking. He says the Germans aren't allowed to lose.
Option 1, of course they are. Or 2, he's just copying what he sees.
What do you think?
Oh, it's pretty split.
He's just copying what he sees.
The Danes aren't exactly running things right now.
I don't care. It's not fair. Look, he's doing it again. Get away. Stop stealing, you stupid Dane. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Stop it, both of you! I know you're mad at each other, but this isn't the way. Now listen. Why don't you each tell me what happened? Do we want to hear Lucas's side or Pel's side?
Or Pele's side.
Pel. Alright. Pel?
Says nothing.
He's being stubbornly silent. And why don't you tell Lucas what you told me?
It isn't fun to lose every time. It makes me not want to play anymore.
There must be some way to resolve this. Number 1, we could do a chance. It's challenging. Couldn't you play a different game? Number 2, maybe you could switch teams? Or 3, weren't you friends before? And this...
Oh, this brings up the carved initials. Let's go for that. 3.
Yeah. Weren't you good friends before? Can a silly game really pull apart the famous duo of
Lucas and Pele. Famous? What are you talking about, lady?
Your names are carved all over town.
Well, we have been friends for a while. I guess we could try playing something else. This game gets kind of boring anyways. We could be pirates and combine our forts into a ship. Yeah!
The boys reconciled.
Good work,
Yay.
team! These boys are reconciled at once.
What's going on out there? Pele! I told you not to play with that boy anymore.
Oh, Miss Larson, what are you doing here?
Lucas! Lucas, get over here!
The boy avoids his mother's eyes while kicking at a pile of snow.
Mom, really, it was nothing.
Nothing. Your clothes are all scuffed up. If that brutish German boy was doing it, wasn't he?
I didn't mean to.
Control your son!
Don't-
Don't you dare tell me what to do, Frau Kretz.
I tried to stop them from fighting. Some silly argument about Danes and Germans.
You're not a Dane. What do you know? And you're certainly no German either, as far as I can tell. Just please leave. These aren't your kids.
Do we say 1, I'm sorry, or 2, I just wanted to help? And tell Coulter, welcome back for 13 months, my friend. We just wanted to
I
help.
just wanted to help.
Well, you didn't.
I guess I should go.
I should go.
I need to get to the clinic anyway.
I need to find out about the conduit.
Ah, so the boys were getting along, but then their parents started it back up again.
I mean, that just shows how tense this world is right now. We've got, you know, two sides in the same town. So I think we're gonna set it down for here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this is our time for the game for today. We're gonna pause at this point. Let's see if we get a little cutscene opening.
I
Can't believe I'm doing this. Will Gerda go in to steal from the clinic? Get that penicillin, and how will Gerda use it?
Yes.
Team, the choice is yours, and thank you for helping us decide what to do as we go through Gerda, A Flame in Winter. This is an RPG light with a branching narrative where we manage relationships and where we are on two sides of a conflict as civilians during World War II. German occupies a Danish test. And thank you again to Dontnod and Pour2Play for hooking us up with a copy and sponsoring a stream of Gerda, A Flame in Winter.
Yes.
Which is available for you now on PC and Nintendo Switch. Check it out with exclamation point Gerda in the chat. We'll get you the link. This game is 10% off for the next couple of days because it is launch week. It just came out on September 1st. And until September 8th, you can use that 10% off with the link in the chat.
Yes.